Well, good morning and welcome to Move Early, Move Often. It is Twisted Tuesday. I am Blake Martin. And Twisted Tuesdays, we typically spend a little time just stretching and moving, sometimes chair yoga, sometimes other kinds of stretching and mobility exercises. Today, chair yoga. So you're going to need a chair of some kind, hopefully something that's stable. A swivel chair will provide a distinctly different challenge. You can try it. I think it might be cool. I like to use swivel chairs for ab exercises, like if I'm ever stuck in a hotel. So you just hang on to the desk and you just kind of do crunches. Anyway, enough about me. Let's get you stretching. We're gonna just kind of come out into the space. I'm gonna make that timer way quieter. I don't want it to be. All right, we're gonna come out into the space. Just position yourself behind your chair. If you've got a mat, I'd put your chair at the top of the mat. We'll be moving the chair around a little bit. Just stand behind your chair and big reach up. And I'll turn front ways so you can see what I'm doing. Lean to one side. These are just pandiculation stretches. My shirt's riding up. Gosh. And to the other side. And back to the first side again. This time, really anchor the heel down into the floor. You'll feel the stretch going across the body, fully across the body. And then back to the second side. Anchoring the heel, the hip is opening up. Just bring the hands back a little bit so that you're in a better coronal line here, like you're sandwiched between two big plates of glass. All right, let's come behind our chairs. I'm just going to stand. And we're going to walk backwards until we're just extended. Your feet are near the bottom of your mat. Your arms are extended. Legs are long, not fully rigid. Come back up. Let's do that again. Just walking back. Hand on the back of the chair till you're at a nice comfy stance. Feet are about shoulder width apart. Put a little micro bend in the knees. And then a little bit more. And extend. Micro bend in the knees. Extend. Micro bend in the knees. And extend. And this time, really have a sense that the hips are pulling away from your fingers. Your spine is elongated. Make sure your chin is just slightly tucked. Your ears should be aligned with your shoulders. Walk back up behind your chair. And now we're going to step back to a high lunge. Just holding onto the chair back. Nice and tall. Your legs are in 90 kind of. Your back leg might be a little bit behind, and that's okay. Step the front foot forward just a little bit closer to the chair and deepen the lunge. Hands are on the back of the chair. Hips are square. And a little bit further forward and deepen the lunge again. Energy in the back heel. The toes are curled under, almost like you want to stand up on that back leg. So your toes are just kind of pressing into the floor, and your knee should feel like it wants to, your back knee is scooting toward the back of the mat. You're opening up that hip flexor. Nice. Gorgeous. Come back. Let's stand. Step to the back of the mat. This is our equivalent of downward dog here. And just again, that full extension. Come up to the front of the mat. Opposite leg back down into a lunge. Nice wide lunge. a little further back than 90-90 and press forward. Your hip is opening. You're pushing your hip towards your chair. And just creep that front foot forward a little bit, just a few little wiggles so that you're opening up the stretch just a bit. And press forward again. Press forward. We're opening the hip flexor here. We're going to come back to this a little bit later in a slightly different stretch. And now energize that back leg. Toes are into the floor. The heel is moving back into the back space. And your knee almost feels like it wants to slide backward along the mat. And opening that hip flexor in through the front here, really nice and open, pressing the hip towards the chair. Breathing fully and deeply. Don't hold your breath. And coming up, walking back into our downward dog. Equivalent movement action. And coming up to the front of the mat. We're going to take our chair and we're going to turn it around so that the open part of the chair is toward us. We're going to continue our lunge series now as I promised. I'm going to step on your chair. Okay, so, and it's, you're not going to be quite vertical. You're going to be coming just slightly forward. So you want to stand a little bit further away from your chair, and when you step forward onto your chair, you should just have to lean slightly forward, right? So you may have to adjust just a little bit further back. And place your leg. We want this to be as close to vertical as possible. And now we're just going to open that up. Open, reach your hands forward, build the balance, and open and lean back. And feel the openness all through the anterior portion of your body. And lift your chin just slightly. Breathing. 3 good breaths here. Open your hands. Step down. Opposite leg. Again, and it may be different. It may not be completely symmetrical on your 2 sides. You're going to rock forward so that you're just kind of coming forward onto the chair here. And your shin is going to be vertical. Just press back and open, nice and tall. Reach your hands forward and up and open all through the body here. Really getting that anterior fascia on the down leg and in through the belly. Chin is down, but your chest is open to the ceiling. And come back. Sorry, that was supposed to be for 3 breaths. You need at least 1 more breath there. I apologize. Bring the hands down. And now what we're going to do is you're going to place the blade of your foot on your chair. So my knee is pointing outward. My standing leg and my heel are in more or less in a line. Depending on your flexibility, you may be able to bring the foot more across the chair. You're going to hang on to the back of the chair, and you're going to bring your belly forward toward your thigh. We're getting a stretch on the outside of the leg into the outward rotators. Probably getting a little bit of piriformis here, I'm guessing. 5, It's hard to say. Individual results may vary. We're just coming forward. Continue to bring your belly close to your thigh. Tuck your chin slightly. The back of the neck is long. Feel like your skull is growing away from your tailbone. And coming up. Release that foot down. The opposite foot comes out. The blade of the foot is on the chair, opening the knee. Your hip and your heel of your resting leg are more or less aligned, but your foot might be a little further across the chair. Reach to the back of the chair and then bring the belly forward. And we're doing those outward rotators again. Breathing. For me, this is quite an intense stretch. It might not be that intense for you, in which case you can bring the knee further forward. So bring the knee further forward, and we'll get more of a stretch there. We're just hanging out here, breathing, belly coming to thigh. All right. Bring your foot down, standing. Let's take the chair. I'm just going to move it so that you may have room where you are. And we're going to do kind of a warrior. So while you're on your chair, place your feet on either side of the chair and extend the leg backwards. The blade of the foot is reaching towards the mat, and then the front leg is reaching forward. Try to square the hips as much as you can. It's kind of weird on a chair. And let's reach, pressing our hands on our thighs, opening our shoulders. And if you can, raise your arms like we're in a regular warrior posture. And let's go into warrior, I think it's 3. Shows me my excellent yoga knowledge. Hand reaching down, other hand reaching up. Feeling the openness. Extending the back leg, the knee, so that it's bright. You feel that in the back of the knee. Coming back down. Release out of that stretch. Let's go to the other side. Blade of the foot reaches to the back of the mat. Turn and face forward on the mat into a high warrior position. Both hands on your thigh. Open the chest. I really feel this in my adductor muscles here, hip flexors a little bit as well. Again, individual results may vary. Have that leg have energy. The back leg should have energy in it, and should the front. You're not completely resting on your chair. The chair is assisting you in this position. And then, if you can, raising your hands in a balance. We're balancing on this chair now. And let's rock back to warrior 3. Hand to ceiling. Really energize the back leg. It's not going dead. It's staying strong. It's active. You're breathing, you're reaching. Come down. And release out of this position. Let's come and face the front of our chair. Now, sit tall with your shoulders over your hips and your ears over your shoulders. Inhale deeply, and we're going to do forward folds. So let's just come down and fold forward, allowing your hands to come to the sides of your feet. and roll up gently and see if you can find a healthy posture so that your shoulders are over your hips, your ears are over your shoulders, your chin is slightly drawn back. Feel that? Make sure if your shoulders are rolled forward like this, just kind of draw them back a little bit. Open them. And let's roll down again. Just hanging. And we're going to come back up again and see if you can find that healthy posture. Coming back up. Weight balance between the 2 feet. Weight balanced on the 2 hips. Shoulders back, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Nice and tall. You should have a sense of balance on your 2 hips, equally distributed. Let's do that one more time. Rolling down. Just hang. Just hang. Find the balance point between the 2 hips as you come up. And let's find that beautiful, healthy posture. Scan your body. Look for places where you're really holding. And just notice I'm holding in my right hip. Just releasing that. Nice and tall. My chin is tucked. My spine is long. Breathe deeply. Bring in that fresh air from this new day. All that potential. All the things that are ahead of you. You're ready. You've moved early. I hope you remember to move often. I hope you have a fantastic day. And we'll see you back for Wobbly Wednesday. Take care.